I'm thinking that the two co-chairs should be proactive here and maybe co-author and I don't think it has to come back to council, reiterating what the mandate of this economic development task force is and send it out to business and say you can expect, you may have one member of our task force come to your door and ask you, so don't be afeared, it's not Revenue Canada.
It was going on the back mandate. We were putting
Well, I think you should be proactive though and do it ahead of time. This is like when we were collecting for heart and stroke, we probably gave people some strokes because we went to the door at 7 o'clock at night saying we're here to collect, and we did not have a letter. We had the clipboard and that. So there's a lot of scams going around, and there's a lot of, and I think you need to be proactive from the municipality saying this is a mandated activity of council, and you can expect someone coming around, and then the letter introduction just clarifies.
You mean like an ad?
Yeah, you could do an ad in the paper. You could put it online. You could do the.
Well, may I add that as a friendly amendment to the letter of introduction that we put an ad out, probably in the Lantern Shore thing that we got right. Just saying that if somebody comes around and asks for a letter of introduction,
we're only basically trying to get to know what we have as an inventory of businesses out there.
yeah, there shouldn't be any information being asked as personal or private or any sort of sense.
I have been out with my co-teammate, and we've done our liquor wash. And we just generally talk to people about what they would like to see an economic development committee do. So it certainly wasn't personal questions. We weren't asking how much income they made and how much they paid staff. We weren't doing anything of that. We were just looking to see what would help them as a business. That's.
I think on our website there's a notice there that people are going around testing water for impersonating or stating that they are with the municipality. I think we have to be very careful at handing out letters or putting an ad in the paper that says someone might come around with a letter of introduction and they see the ad in the paper and they just copy that and put there.
We can list the names of the committee members. They're already on minutes here that people can see. So we'll add the names of the people as well.
Okay. Again, I asked the question, was this a request from the committee? A motion from the committee that wanted this letter of introduction?
Yes.
The committee.
Okay. We haven't really been doing that.
See a reaction there.
Oh, I imagine
That
you
We asked that.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's just keep it to the people at the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I'm asking, the question is now.
Okay, what exactly are the question you're asking?
Well, we're providing a letter of introduction to the members of the committee to go to the public and ask what?
Well, the way we're doing our economic task force committee, quite honestly, people have been asking questions, and some people have been asking for a letter of introduction. So I'm pretty sure we discussed that around the table and in our, while we were sitting, in fact, I know we were discussing that while we were sitting around, so it's just simply us coming here, asking for a letter of introduction from council instead of us just saying, so let's have a letter of introduction.
Let's send this letter of introduction back to the committee for their approval. Council, the motion could be the council approves it subject to the committee approving it.
But Mr. Mayor, you've already had the co-chair say they've approved it. So are you not trusting her? Or are you not
See that? I didn't see any motions in the minute.
Well, maybe it was a meeting you missed. I don't know.
Anyway, that's the motion is that we allow a letter of introduction.
Sure.
All those in favor? Carried.
Trying to do something positive.
Exactly.
Good job.
Okay. New business. Opportunity for emergent issue to be discussed by council. Councilor Munson.
I have one from Friday from the joint sewage treatment board. Actually, not from the joint treatment board so much as the oversight committee. And hallelujah, we have some resolution from the oversight committee on flow rates and the issue around PS2. So I would like to introduce the Director of Community Services, another one of his record-breaking reports tonight to the table. If I can get a 2/3 vote to agree to accept it, we'll update you on what we're moving forward with in terms of this project. And it is emergent because they're meeting, when is it meeting next? Tomorrow?
No, we're not meeting. We're just, it would be emergent so that Stantec has an opportunity to consider that insurance flow in their report to the
once and for all.
The members of the sewage board met, spent that following the meeting to talk about those recommendations. You're making a motion that we allow the emergency issue regarding the sewage flows for discussion with council.
Correct. Except the.
Second by Deputy Mayor Dag. All in favor of that? That's carried. Brent, you want to come to the table, or you have a short report?
I have a very short report. You want me to move on?
Yes.
You have this version coming to the table?
So I have to apologize. This is coming for us fairly short notice. Stantec provided us a draft of our flow review last Thursday. We've had an opportunity to review it, so I'll walk you through it. It's pretty straightforward from I think from my perspective. So what Stantec has done is they've looked at a number of different sources of information that we have regarding flows. They've looked at the various flow projections that were provided through the master plan and ESR. They've looked at some of our annual flow data that's been provided, flow monitoring that's been done at PS2 by South Huron, our bill data, and as well as some other billing and adjustment information that we've given them. Looking at this, they've done some summary, and they've found that over the past 10 years, our total average flow to the plant's been 431 cubic meters per day. So using that, they've gone forward and tried and attempted to outline what our committed capacity is currently. The basis of what they've used for calculating committed capacity, and what you do is you look at your current flow, your commitments, and then that forms what your committed capacity is today. So we've talked about our current flow being 431 cubic meters a day over the past 10 years on average. Respecting developments that are on the books, they used a planning report that was presented in 2011 to council. And in that, we identified that the primary provincial park has a commitment of 460 cubic meters a day. South Bend has 260 cubic meters a day. Rice has 60 cubic meters, and then there's 20 other lots that have been added in for infilling at 90 cubic meters per day. Looking at the primary provincial park, they backed out the current flows that are actually coming from there, and that's an average of 30 cubic meters per day, leaving us with a total commitment of 840 that are flows that are future commitments and not currently provided to the plant. So looking at using that, they then went forward to try and decide what a reasonable amount of future production would be. They looked at two different flow scenarios, a high and a low. When you're looking at the high, what they've done is they've looked at the entire study area, so from the cut to Grand Bend, looked at our build rates through in that area for the past 10 years, and found that it was 32 homes per year. So what they did for their high flow rate was took our current flow, our committed capacity, and then assumed that we'd achieve 32 units per year for the next 20 years, representing the high side based on our current build rates. The low growth scenario is considering Grand Bend only. So in the Grand Bend area, we've been averaging 7 units per year over that same time frame. So again, using existing production of 431 per day, 840 committed capacity, and then giving allowance for 7 homes per year, or 7 units of sewage per year over the next 20 years. So what it boils down to is when we talked about the flow review, council directed us to look at doing this for not including zones 3 and 4 currently, and trying to figure out what might materialize in the first 20 years. On the high side, it's 1756 cubic meters a day, or 646 units of additional growth that we have over 20 years. On the low side, it's 1412 cubic meters per day, or 180